All right, as we get set for Hall of Fame weekend, I've got our two guys here, Dontrelle and JP, and we wanted to have a historic all-time battle. So what we did was we had them both draft their all-time starting nines right around the diamond, and we didn't have them in the same room, so they picked their own, and then we're going to put them together, and then we're going to simulate the game. The technology is from whatifsports.com. It's incredible, but let's first start with who you guys picked. JP, let's go with you in your outfield. Who are you picking?
A few names you might have heard of, okay?
Yeah.
In left field, Mr. Williams, probably the greatest left-handed pure hitter, not power hitter, of all time. In center field, Willie Mays, some would say, and I would agree, the best all-around player in the game's history. And, of course, Henry Aaron in right field. In my estimation, maybe still the rightful home run king. The only tough exclusion here, guys, of many, I guess I should say, Stan Musial. Couldn't find a spot for Stan the Man on that one.
Dontrelle, your outfield.
I have to go with Barry Bonds, the current home run leader in the MLB in left field. Of course, Willie Mays. He would be on the Mount Rushmore of baseball if he could. But I'm going with Babe Ruth in right field. We're not going to catch a lot of balls. We might hit a lot of balls out of the ballpark, so Willie's going to have to run around. But that's my outfield for this team.
Love it. Barry Bonds, a little controversial.
Yeah, I have to go with my boy.
Okay, all right. Now, JP, we're moving to the infield. Who you got?
Okay, Lou Gehrig at first. Now, I had to really think about this one again. Stan Musial could have gone there at first base, didn't get the nod, had a real debate. Okay, Rogers, Hornsby, or Joe Morgan at second base. I spoke to all my scouts that saw Hornsby play, and it sounded like Joe Morgan had to get the nod there as well. Hannes Wagner at shortstop. Now, he was actually surpassed by Derek Jeter among most hits among shortstops, but still, I think Hannes Wagner, the better all-around player, again, according to my sources.
JP grew up loving Hannes Wagner.
Exactly. Back in my day, Wagner was a pretty good ball player.
Cracker Jack boxes.
Exactly. And then, of course, Mike Schmidt at third base.
Dontrelle, your infield.
I have to go with Stan the Man at first base. We have to put him in the lineup. One of the great athletes and great players. Second base, our colleague, Pete Rose.
Yes,
there you go. King. We have to go with the hit king. Shortstop, I know you guys are going to like this. I'm going with A-Rod. Only shortstop with a 50 home run season in all of baseball. And we have to go with Michael Jack Smith with a nickname Jack. He's going to hit the ball out of the ballpark, so I'm going with him.
So Bonds, A-Rod, and Rose.
That's a double play combination right there.
We're going to have a good time in that locker room. We're going to have a good time, win or lose. Yeah.
JP, your catcher and your DH, who you got?
America, I've got a homework assignment for you. Go to Kansas City, learn all about Josh Gibbs at the Negro Leagues Museum. He's probably the best player in history, gentlemen, that never actually played in the major leagues. Unfortunately, passed away at the very young age of 35. But what he did in the Negro Leagues was phenomenal up through age 34. He might have hit, Dontrelle, 800 home runs. Phenomenal player. And I had to find the Bambino spot somewhere here. Yes. He gets the DH. No defensive liability there for me, Dontrelle, in right field.
I have to go with Johnny Bench, one of the top 50 greatest players of all time. I actually saw the leather jacket that he wore to spring training, so I believe him. And I have to go with our colleague, the Big Hurt. 500 home runs. This guy matches the ball. I got a chance to play against him. I was scared of him. I probably walked him 10 times in 4 at-bats, but he's a great hitter, 500 home runs.
Dontrelle, I love your team, but it's also like Team MLB whip-around.
I got to shout out my boys. I got to shout out my boy. I'm trying to go to
Kevin Burkhardt at third base. C.J. Nikowski, my middle relief. All right, let's go to starting pitchers. JP, who's on the mound for you?
Okay, you could have taken any number of guys, okay? But for me, it's got to be Sandy Koufax. You take one pitcher in his prime, it is the southpaw. For that decade that he was in there, guys, I know his prime didn't last as long because of the injuries, but he was more dominant than any pitcher we have ever seen in the game. That southpaw, I want to see him throw a couple of no-hitters for me. For Team Morosi against Team Willis, I got the lefty on the mound.
Team Willis, who's pitching?
Well, I got a guy that had thrown a couple no-hitters, many of them, Nolan Ryan.
Wow.
Epitome of Texas toast, Texas heat, whatever. Every kid wanted to throw like this. I grew up in Oakland, California, and when he came in Texas, we knew it was going to be a long day for the Oakland Athletics. One of the best power arms, and even got in a fight and even defended himself on the mound once or twice. But this is a guy I go with, one of the best fastballs, best breaking balls. Now that we're used to seeing from all these young guys that power arms, but he was the first to do it. He's my favorite, and actually signed me a cool Nolan Ryan throwback jersey with all the ugly
Angels,
colors.
the Astros.
I love it. So he's a really good man, and I had to put him on the mound for me, for my team today.
That's awesome. It was the greatest game ever played. Now I saw it. Look at the box score. Morosi wins 8-7. Koufax went all 9. There was no relief pitchers on the team. Nolan Ryan gave up 9 walks. He stayed in.
So now, here's the thing. Now, could Willie Mays playing for Team Willis, how close
left
did
his
he
glove
come,
in the outfield?
Yeah, exactly. How close did he come to robbing the home run by Team Mays of Team Morosi?
He hit it himself and then ran out.
I think he had a good beat on the ball, but it was tough to hit and catch at the same time.